Hi, I'm Amy Hawkins.
And I'm David Baxter.
And we are so excited to be broadcasting the Kannapolis Christmas Parade presented by CMC Northeast.
We have all kinds of great things on the parade. We got floats, we got beauty queens, we got great marching bands. I tell you, if this doesn't put you in the holiday spirit, nothing will.
So sit back and relax while Randy Whitley and Buddy Emerson bring to you the Kannapolis Christmas Parade. And here at Channel 22, we wish you and your family a wonderful holiday season.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 71st Annual Concord, or make that the Kannapolis Christmas Parade. A lot of Concord entries from all over Cabarrus County and Rowan County as well going to be here. Randy Whitley along with Buddy Emerson. And Buddy, we've been in the parade before, but your first chance to see things on the other side.
Well, it's certainly a little bit different, Randy, but, I'm excited to be here. The weather's breaking for. It's going to be pretty when the thing ends today, and everybody loves the parade. What more can you say?
Hey,
Christmas.
I think I hear some sirens. So let's see what's going on here on South Main Street as you see the Kannapolis contingent, the Kannapolis Police Department coming into view here. And with those sirens and the lights flashing, you certainly are aware that something big is about to happen. The Kannapolis Police Department, of course, the host city leading in the Kannapolis Christmas Parade. The vehicle driven by Officer Andrew Deal, who received the Roger Dale Carter Memorial Officer of the Year Award. The passenger in the car is Candy Waller, the winner of the Norma Howard Civilian Employee of the Year Award, and both of the awards are given annually to honor outstanding employees. You saw those little T3 electric vehicles. Those are kind of cool. All electric, saving the city a lot of money. And, of course, the Rowan County Sheriff Department contingent as well. We'll have them from is anybody on duty? Everybody's in the parade, buddy.
Well, it would be a good time to maybe jaywalk or something, but not right here.
Definitely not. Of course, we've got the Cabarrus County vehicles as well, and there's Rowan, the Rowan Sheriff Department representative.
The EMS folks as well.
And the Cabarrus County, there's the EMS, as Buddy spoke to. They do a great job. And there's the Sheriff Department car. Officially ushering in the 71st Kannapolis Christmas Parade. Yeah, Sheriff Brad. As a matter of fact, he's got a daughter, and you'll see her. She's a lot prettier than him. Of course, she's a beauty queen. That would make sense.
She is. Sheriff Riley been in charge for quite a while, doing a great job, Cabarrus County.
Well, we had been talking about it, Buddy. Been on the A.L. Brown Football Network for the last few years together. We promoted it last week that we were going to be hosting this parade, and you said you finally get to put a face with a picture. Now, you've seen my ugly face in past events for about 20 years, but glad to have you on board again this year.
Well, I'm excited to be here, and, I'm not sure that it's a good thing to put a face with the voice. It's kind of always told that I had a face for radio, but I had a voice for the print media. So, maybe I should get a pencil sometime. But I'm glad to be here. It's exciting to me to work with you and do something different than a sporting event.
Well, this is definitely a big event each and every year. They moved it back to an afternoon parade. The organizers and planners, and apparently, despite the rain, it could not keep a good bunch of organizers down, because I believe we're going to have a fantastic event here this afternoon. Here's the Kannapolis Fire Honor Guard coming in, and every time I see firemen, I think of the great firemen, not only in this area but all over the country, and your memories go back to 911, I guess.
They do, and we owe a lot to firemen and the risk that folks like that take every day when they go to work. And, you know, it's great to see those guys out in their dress unis like that. And of course, the big trucks.
Yeah, that's a huge truck. And I was talking to one of my nephews, and he was talking about the actual cost involved. And it's unbelievable. Is that Sparky the fire dog we just saw there? There's the Cabarrus County Honor Guard as well. And our banner is right behind them. There you see the Kannapolis Christmas Parade banner.
2009 Kannapolis Intimidators.
Doing a great job. CMC Northeast, want to thank them for being one of the sponsors this year, as well as the city of Kannapolis. And incidentally, we'll see their entry, but a lot of the money raised, all the money raised today, will be going toward the Toys for Tots program.
Randy, I believe this is the first beauty queen you mentioned earlier. It's Brooke Riley. She's a senior at Mount Pleasant, and as you mentioned, Brad and Cindy Riley are her parents.
Yeah,
or actually, that is not Brooke Riley. That is our guest of honor today.
The Grand Marshal. That's, of course, Larry King Chevrolet. Eddie Marshall, of course, big North Carolina Hall of Fame museum here in downtown Kannapolis. Right. There's our beauty queen.
Eddie Ray was, you know, quite a list of accomplishments. There's Brooke. As we said earlier, Brad and Cindy Riley are the parents, Sheriff Riley.
She's braving it. I like Bob Meisenheimer's choice of a vehicle. He's one of the city council members. We interviewed him during the football season. Bob's super guy, the mayor of Kannapolis, and that one dates back even maybe before Bob. That was, you know, maybe he had got into politics when that car was new. I don't know.
That's right, Mayor Bob. That car fits Mayor Bob.
It does. That's him. That's him. And the Kannapolis Parks and Rec is next. I think Gary Mills heads that up, does a great job. I like this unit here. Got the Marine, the Army representative getting a
round of applause.
Nice hand of applause indeed.
I think people have really come to appreciate what our men in uniform do.
Our first dance group of the afternoon is the Center Stage Dance Company. Sandy Overcash, the contact person there up in China Grove. They've got a self-constructed float. You'll see that here in a few minutes. But oodles and oodles of dancing, dancers. I like the ascending, or maybe it's the descending. You got the big girls up front this year, and now they kind of go, they taper on down to the smaller participants in the Center Stage Dance Company. If you want information, you can find them on the website, centerstage@carolina.rr.com. And they are dressed warmly indeed. I always wanted to be able to dance like that, buddy.
Well, you could probably dance, but not like that. But I mean, you might could walk along behind.
A chaperone, maybe.
Yes, we'll see what we have.
This is have here. This is their float. You got some of the younger girls on there.
And you mentioned earlier, self-constructed.
Right. That is quite an undertaking if you've ever participated in a float and watched it from the beginning stages to the final product. Imagine how hard it is to do something like that. Can you imagine what they work year-round at the Rose Bowl parades?
Well, it is hard to imagine a feat like that, but
guess what? Job. We got some Earnhardts.
We do. We have the Dale Earnhardt Foundation with Randy Earnhardt and Martha Earnhardt.
Randy, of course, the younger brother of Dale, and we'll put in a plug for Martha. She's got a new cookbook out.
Yes, she does. We talked to Martha maybe 5-6 weeks ago, did an interview with her.
And
a gracious lady.
Yes, she is. And Sundrop Cake is in there, as well as her homemade vegetable soup. So put it down.
Chocolate Sundrop Cake.
Oh, Lord. The American Red Cross, this time of year, this is probably one of the best gifts you can give somebody. You can check the various publications and online, I guess, for the nearest blood giving event, whether it be a church or a organization. They do a wonderful job, the Red Cross, and that's the gift of life, indeed.
It is. Any time that you have a chance to help out those folks as a volunteer, they can use everything that they can get. And we have the CMC Northeast float, and I believe, well, actually it is a CMC Northeast float. They're parade sponsors.
There you go.
Not be good to get that part wrong with it. We appreciate all the things that CMC does in sponsoring.
Here's the Girl Scouts from Bethpage United Methodist Church. They've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they got a Christmas tree.
Well, they do have a walking Christmas tree, and we've got all sizes and shapes there with the Girl Scouts.
And they've got, I thought I saw some cookies in there as well.
Well, they do. There's some chocolate stripes.
Pack 254. That's the Cubs. Nothing more fun than being on a flatbed trailer with about 30 scouts with reindeers. Here comes the A.L. Brown contingent at the front of this year's parade. And, buddy, I believe you got some queens to mention.
I think we do. Let's see who we have first. I believe is Alex Hancock, I believe, Randy. It's A.L. Brown Carousel Queen. And I think we were there the night she was named Carousel Queen.
Yes, we were.
Next, it looks like Willie Rice, Homecoming Queen.
She's not braving the elements. She's tucked in there, believe me.
And following her is Miss A.L. Brown, Cynthia Melissa Hernandez.
And you hear the music in the background. That's the Big Green Machine, A.L. Brown Band. Gordon Snyder is the drum and actually the big marching band director this year. Let's listen. Followed by, looks like you got the varsity cheerleaders. They had a long, extended football season, and now we're in the round ball season, so they get to go inside where it's warm.
They do, but they don't get to take much time off. You never think about that with cheerleaders. Their seasons never end much.
They train year-round as well. Coming up next from the YMCA, the Friends of the YMCA Youth Activities, and just about any sport you want to mention, they do it for the boys and the girls, and teaching you all the fundamentals of sports in a fun and friendly environment. The YMCA, they have been around quite a long, long time. I like this.
Looks like the Salisbury Rowan Senior Games, perhaps. That's Crossroad Church.
Right, I've got those. So we had a couple of folks who have kind of did not want to brave the elements. They're snug in that back of that trail. That's a sleigh, by the way, folks. Here comes the Cabarrus County Sheriff Department and the Kannapolis City Police and the Concord City Police all in this next cluster. The Sheriff's Office, as we mentioned, and a lot of the school resource officers in here, and some of the students with the DARE organization. There's the Crime Stoppers, serving the students in the schools in this community. They do called 9-3 Crime. There's the emergency special response team van. I've seen that one. That's one you really don't want to see.
Probably not. Something important's going on when you see that group. We should have counted the police vehicles so far. We've had quite a few. It's been like I said, a good day to be out, do a little jaywalking, or maybe drive 38 and 35. something like that.
Well,
Some of those things that we rowdy guys will do.
Us rowdy guys, sometimes we get caught, sometimes we don't. Now you've already told the world our secret here, but the law enforcement folks in Cabarrus and Rowan County do a great job. And coming up next, as we mentioned, more from Cabarrus County and the Concord Police, proudly displaying the American and the state flags.
This is actually a part of the Explorers group where they work with young people who have an interest, and then the professional officers go out and interact with those guys. And actually, it's quite a complex program.
One thing about the there you see the flag bearers and the rolling unit and the old 4:15 is right on time here this afternoon in Kannapolis. I like this. Isn't that a beautiful dog?
It is. It's part of the Rowan Cabarrus Community College group, student life group. And they want to wish everyone a happy holiday from the club and student leaders at the Rowan Cabarrus Community College.
That looks like one of those show dogs. I want to tell you, that one requires a lot of maintenance, I think, when it comes to combing hair. Of course, I used to have that problem.
Well, I did too. There's an important part of the parade. Those guys handing out candy. Looks like the another group from the Rowan Cabarrus contingent here.
Actually, I believe this is Miller Eye Care. Okay, there you go.
That is the Miller Care Center.
I couldn't see him there for a minute. I need to go to Miller Eye Care, don't I?
Yes, you do. A few people get a little out of order due to the weather. Now we have, looks like CK Ryder, providing over 400,000 trips per year for the residents and visitors, Kannapolis area and Concord. And this bus is operated by the Employee of the Year, Felix Rivera.
At trains on a track to nowhere. It's going round and round.
The CK Ryder Employee of the Year, Felix Rivera. Wonder how you get that. I
don't know. Check this out here. This is about as small a little truck as you can find. Bud Rogers, that's an 85 Mitsubishi, a mini truck, and they've got it all decked out for Christmas. Give the gift of life. The organ donation. Now, that is something that people say, are you an organ donor? Boy, I tell you what, the way modern technology and the medicine field has come in the last several years, you don't know how important that is.
Well, and you're exactly right, Randy. It's I would like to know, how many lives have been saved with the technology and through organ donors and the technology that made that an even more successful program.
Yeah, just ask Jerry Richardson.
We've got the ARC preschool guys here. They're located at First Baptist Church in Kannapolis, just across from the gym theater. Happy little group from the ARC.
That's a good little name. I like that, the ARC preschool. And I believe we've got some more pretty girls coming up and some good-looking cars, too. The South Rowan Homecoming Queen. And there she is as we kind of zero in. Her name is Kayla Morrow. She's a senior at South Rowan High School. Involved in varsity volleyball, basketball, and softball. She's in about everything. And next we would have Miss Merry Christmas from South Rowan, Miss Shelby Nunn. And I'm sure Shelby is involved in 17,000 other extracurricular activities as well. I don't know when these queens have a chance to do anything else. They are really involved.
No idle time for today's high schoolers.
Looks like we've got the drum corps coming up. If you like Sundrop, folks, I would think this would be your dream truck.
Monster truck. My grandson be all over that.
Look at that thing.
It's That's kind of a Sundrop camo theme, you think?
I didn't see it at first.
Yeah, I missed it for all the Sundrop cans. DrinkSundrop.com.
Can you believe that? That is cool, man. Next up is ServPro. ServPro, of course, if you need some restoration and carpet work done, call Whitney Norton, ServPro of Kannapolis. There's the number, 24-hour emergency service. Much fire, or I should say water, as we've had in the last couple of weeks. Hope you haven't had too many leaks. I believe we got another church coming up, buddy.
We've got a big truck. Looks like maybe that's the Franklin Heights Group Christian Academy, Pastor Jim Grigg.
They worked a long time on that. That is nice. Of course, the floats, the civic groups, the school floats, 3 categories again, and the judges are going to have a tough time as always.
Absolutely. Kind of got a little bit of a classroom setting there. They cover a few things: science, history. There's scientific method.
I would have to say that float would have to be a contender. If I was a judge, I would certainly look at that because, the workmanship and the originality and the creativity. I mean, I don't know. Those judges have got their work cut out for them.
A lot of things involved. There was a lot of thought went into that with the different classroom settings and things like that from the folks at Franklin Heights at the academy there.
And, of course, once again, Buddy Amerson, of course, you may have heard him on Wonder Football over the years, helping us this year with the Kannapolis Christmas Parade broadcast. And Buddy, of course, a former Wonder player, former Wonder coach, who coached with 3 of the current and 2 past coaches, and maybe a future Hall of Fame coach.
Probably. I just did it a long time. That's what you're trying to say.
Okay, let's get back to the parade. Here we go. This is from Lowe's Motor Speedway, and everybody knows this guy. It's Lugnut. He, of course, invites everybody to join him at the new the Z-Max Dragway in Concord. Lowe's Motor Speedway, they've got the NHRA Spring Nationals coming up in March. Of course, the big race in May, the Coca-Cola 600, May 30th.
Hey, this group here we're all going to be familiar with. If we're not, it's the Census Bureau. 2010 census is coming. Time to count the population. Look for your forms in the mail about mid-March, and we're talking about $400 billion federal funds to communities for roads, schools, parks, things like that. So it's important to be counted.
Yeah, when they knock on your door, don't run because it's only going to hurt you.
Yeah, and they do want us to remind you that it's confidential. It's an easy thing to take care of. We have looks like Miss Cabarrus County Pageant Association, and the first call was Lexia Honeycutt and Chastity Chapman. That's Little Miss Cabarrus County and Team Miss Cabarrus County. There they are. One of them made it out for the weather.
Yeah,
today.
we've had a few folks did not want to brave the elements this afternoon. And
this looks like Tessa Lynn Klutz, Little Miss Cabarrus County, and then
Lauren Perez, I believe
that was
yeah.
Lauren Perez, exactly. Switch cars a little bit.
There's Lauren Troll. She's the young Miss Cabarrus County. Cabarrus County probably is famous. They must have 8 billion little queens,
We did have quite a few.
I like this. Race City Auto Parts.
That's an inflatable for you.
Yeah, number 5 had a pretty good year this year, but nobody could beat number 48. Jimmy Johnson not only winning the championship this year, but 4 straight, unprecedented.
Well, because it was 4 straight, that was history making, I think, Randy, and I think that kind of helped add some excitement. I think it would have been maybe a little bit boring without all of that, but history was made.
No reason for him not to be favored for number 5.
We are going to bet that right here, I recognize that face, Lex Graham, Principal of the Year. He's at Jackson Park. This is Kannapolis City School Teachers. Also with Coach Graham to me is Darrell Adams, A.L. Brown, Lou Mueller, Kannapolis Middle, Cheryl Campbell, Kannapolis Intermediate, Sandy Moore Fernandez from Forest Park, Karen Owens from Jackson Park, Allison Gill, Fred L. Wilson, Carlene Bainbridge is at Shady Brook, and Melissa Stanley at Woodrow Wilson.
Man, oh man. He worked with a few of those guys. And girls.
We'll get an extra wave from the old coach.
This is the Let's Dance Studio Parade unit. The girls range in ages 7 to 18. They've been invited and will be performing in the National Cherry Blossom Parade held in D.C. up in Washington coming up in April of next year. They've won numerous regional and national overall awards this past season. The studio under the direction of Mark and Lynn Russell. The staff includes Jenny Franz, Kara Garver, Andrea Troll, and Dana Yost. And by the way, they're celebrating their 25th anniversary. Also, the Senior 3 team captured regional titles for the Senior Large Group Overall High Score Award for the entire competition at Star Systems Competition, Legacy Dance Championships, and Encore Competition. The Junior 4 Senior 1 team won the overall teen top overall high score at Star Systems and Legacy Dance Championships. So we had to get all that in to keep our jobs because Mark and Lynn Russell obviously are in charge of this production company as well. They do a great job in both facets.
And I noticed that you left nothing out. And as you're saying all of that, guess what happens over our right shoulder?
The sun has popped out. Believe we've got a little a beauty queen who has snuck in on us.
We're going to try to tell you who that is. It's Tori Gross, Grand Supreme Princess of Cabarrus County.
Perhaps a late arrival, and glad to see her make it.
And we have some Enidville entries from
my hometown,
fine city of Enidville.
Exactly. Of course, you saw the girl. There's the Enidville Church of God. The E-Kids and JCs of Enidville Church of God. Pastor David Shoemake welcomes you to a beautiful Christmas musical, the best Christmas present ever. That's going to be Saturday the 19th of December and Sunday, December 20th at the church.
Another popular entry, the Pat Rogers Speedway Harley-Davidson Hummer. All the boys seem to like it, and a lot of the girls.
Yeah, it's a nice color scheme on that unit.
Got another float coming up from the Piedmont Baptist Church. The youth from the church are singing Christmas carols.
That's a choir and a half in there. Well, they've got them.
Oh, they're going beyond candy. They're going with treat bags. It's the treat bag. That's the float I follow when I'm walking in a parade.
Exactly.
You find a treat bag float and
there you go.
Hang close.
Next is the Gift of Caring. This, of course, the Home Instead Senior Care, I believe, or this is more youth.
It's the Beaver Boys.
Oh, I am completely wrong. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We got the Beaver Boys, Lawn Care Incorporated, wanting to wish everyone Merry Christmas. Their family business treats you like family.
Boys taking a much-deserved day off today, I guess.
No lawn work today. A little wet.
Good thatching weather. You can get out there and maybe aerate the yard pretty good, I would think, if you didn't get stuck. The parade continues here in Kannapolis, and this, of course, is the Beholdens Youth-Driven Conservation and Community Service. This is all about conservation. Founded in 2007, and the season greetings, of course, to you and yours. And their float this year is the first green float in the area as far as the materials were used in it. Very, very innovative. Concord Speedway, Concord Motorsports Park is up next, and they've got a mascot, buddy. I think his name is Raceosaurus.
Raceosaurus, and we're going to see him momentarily up close, I believe. Randy, I sure hope we did. There he is.
Does that look like a Raceosaurus to you?
If there is such a thing as a Raceosaurus, that's a Raceosaurus.
That is as Raceosaurus as you can get. He's all snug.
He's a car full.
He's in his little car there. And I believe we had another beauty queen. Yes.
We'll try to identify that one. Again, a little shake-up due to the weather, and folks...
just from First Baptist Church. The Youth of the Year.
This is Gabrielle Mitchell. Right behind that, we'll recognize this. Everybody does. It's from CMC Northeast. It's the mobile mammogram unit.
You may see that around and around. Of course, health reform and health insurance and health seems to be the theme this year.
The big pink bow everybody recognizes. And I think now we have
the Kannapolis Naturals. They won the 09 Turkey Leg Classic. They are the classic champs there. How about that? Congratulations. Those
They're
guys
working on their arms now.
Yeah, they know how to
got some candy going.
watch those sliders, folks.
Behind the Naturals, we'll have the folks from Cabarrus EMS. They provide extremely advanced paramedic level care to a population of 150,000 folks in Cabarrus County, Randy, with an annual call volume of over 19,000 calls each year. Average response time, if you give those guys a call, 7.1 minutes.
That's incredible. That's incredible. They work hard. A lot of training.
Again,
a lot of preparation.
We talked about the things that people in uniform do for us. So those are people in uniform too.
This is the Rowan County Community College Cosmetology Center. They, of course, some of the students here, adult students from the area counties, they are the largest cosmetology school in North Carolina with 200-plus students. Aesthetics and nail technology classes, and maybe they can make me look prettier. I don't know.
Well, I wonder if you took me over there and put them to the test, if any would drop out, or you'd see who was really willing to give it a shot.
That certainly would be a test. The cream would rise to the top, wouldn't you think, buddy?
Well, I would think you'd see who was willing to take on the challenge. I bet you that.
Yeah, we got the reindeers there. Some of the students as well behind.
I think we missed the Raging Steppers from Hickory Ridge.
And Mr. and Mrs. Bethpage Presbyterian Church. Mr. and Mrs. George Smith. Congratulations. They received it during that title during the 142nd celebration of the church. They're located on Mooresville Road in Concord.
Right behind those guys, the North Kannapolis Baptist Church and Christian Academy. Happy folks waving, enjoying the ride.
Yeah, nice to see the smiles. Restoration Center.
Absolutely. Restoration Tabernacle, the multiracial, non-denominational ministry dedicated to restoring relationship between God and man. Those guys are located on Low Avenue in Concord. That's off of Central Avenue for those who are familiar with the area.
You think they got our attention?
They do.
Absolutely.
The purple bus.
Kannapolis, or actually this would be Kim's School of Dance. A familiar sight to the Kannapolis Christmas Parade. 32 years of participation. Kim Hubbard, the director, and they have a Adopt a Soldier program. Morgan Belize is their Adopt a Soldier, and he's currently in the U.S. Army stationed in Afghanistan. I like all the characters there.
I do. That's a unique way, and there you see Kim Hubbard with her group, and it's a unique way to present them with Christmas characters and various other Disney and Wizard of Oz characters. Couple folks didn't quite make the whole trip, but having a good time just the same.
That's what it's all about right there.
Next, we're going to get the guys from Autoville, I believe it is, Randy.
Central Baptist Church.
Central Baptist Church.
Snuck one in on us there.
That is the group led by Curtis Parker. That's the youth group. And the Aurora Club. They meet every Wednesday night, ages 2 years to the 12th grade. That's a wide range.
Oh, indeed. The Awana Club, you saw them, and some of the other kids walking behind. We've got another queen. I think this is from Mecklenburg County. Actually, we've got a real tiny one, and she's got to be tiny, majestic, Mecklenburg County, Megan DePlessis. And I'm not sure whether they had 3 scheduled. And this is going to be Junior Miss Mecklenburg County, Caroline Nunley. She's the one closest to you.
I hear a band cranking up down the way. I believe it's the Trojan Regiment from Northwest Cabarrus High School. That's an interesting way to carry the banner.
Well, yeah, and of course you carry the banner, and then you carry the band members later. So he's got a multi-faceted job.
Group's directed by Sam Bogan. 3rd overall at the Cary Band Days Festival, and 2nd at the Appalachian Marching Band Competition. Those things are very competitive. So to bring home awards, that's a great achievement for a high school marching group. Again, it's the Northwest Cabarrus Trojan Regiment.
And they're getting close. The judges stand just out of your picture to the right. So this is where we're going to get to hear some Christmas music. I promise you, folks. From the Northwest Cabarrus Marching Trojans. As the sun, you see it really taking effect. Skies clearing, so it did turn out. It did not rain on our parade, folks. Sounding, as Delano says, oh, so good.
And they did sound good. Didn't stop for us, but did get a little tune going, and we see more of the unique, kind of like the Segway, but it's a 3-wheel version. I might could ride that.
Next year, maybe we could give it a try. What do you think?
Well, I'd have to check the weight limit thing past him.
Yes.
Not worried about it going too fast or anything. I'm just worried about it not going.
So yeah, check the vital signs. Make sure he's not cross-eyed. Make sure you got blurred vision or anything like that.
Try to avoid equipment that would embarrass you.
Okay. This is one of the larger trailers, flatbeds you will see being pulled by the big Mack truck.
Obviously, on the front it did say oversized load.
And we're trying to figure out, as we had a few folks who have kind of gotten out of line and dropped out, and we will tell you who these scouts are. I'm
going to be remiss to tell you that this is the group from Midway United Methodist Church, of which I'm a member. It's Troop 007, and that's a pretty cool patch if you're into Cub and Boy Scout. But again, Midway United Methodist Church pack, Troop 007.
Well,
nice.
They know you well. You better get that in, because you got to face them come Sunday.
Yes, I do. They'll find me because they know where I sit.
Here's Miss Debbie Stinson. She is Miss Blessed Assurance of Kannapolis, Rock Hill, and Monroe. Can you believe that? All decked out in this convertible. Now she says, I'm going to face the elements this afternoon, rain or shine, but nobody's going to keep me out of this parade in this convertible. Now she's dressed for the weather. Beautiful, beautiful coat there.
Dressed for the weather and the car. Dressed for the season.
Got to match up.
Yeah, we're just going to call this one like we see it.
I'm not sure what to say.
I don't know exactly either, but we're just
I don't think we know these people.
Going to call it like we see it.
We got the little cowboy. We got some characters here. This is kind of interesting. The gingerbread man is my favorite.
I got that, and that's SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Right on that one.
There's Tigger. There goes SpongeBob. There's Tigger.
Oh,
and
Shrek
is stopping out.
Hugs.
Now, if you're 4 or 5 years old and you see something like that walking down the street, there's the big red dog.
That is a big thing for young folk.
You remember Star Wars? There's Minnie Mouse. What is that?
Chewbacca, of course.
Ninja Turtles?
Ninja Turtles. My grandson was trained by the Ninja Turtles, he tells me.
Oh, really? This,
So,
of course, is from the Joan Roberts Foundation for Ovarian Cancer, and what a crowd pleaser that was. That is cool. Some more walkers carrying the pom-poms, and I know they can dance. This is the Young Champion Cheer America, I believe.
It is. Young Champion Cheer America. About 20 strong marching today.
As we're kind of, this is cool here.
All right.
Would this be Plaster Creations?
I got to tell you, I believe it will be Plaster Creations, or it was.
Where family and fun come together. They offer us awesome birthday parties and unique gift ideas out of China Grove. Great job. Some more folks. These are the Rowan County Commissioners. Now, I think we know one guy pretty personal.
Well, we're looking for the commish, Carl Ford, of course, who we work closely with during the fall, summer and fall.
The commish. Now, on a personal basis, we can get away with that.
That's right. That's right.
Carl, of course, first year at the First Evangelical Methodist Church out on Prince Street in Kannapolis.
Yes.
Their entry. Merry Christmas to you folks. St. Joseph Council. This is the Knights of Columbus. St. Joseph's Church, Catholic Church in Kannapolis. And their theme this year, Keep Christ in Christmas. And that's pretty impressive entry right there.
That's a good look. That's kind of a double entry, if you will, and very energetic. A lot of energy, Randy, by those guys.
I like CC's Pizza. How about you?
Well, I'm a big fan of any place that you can eat at. It's the home of the all you want. Not all you can eat, it's all you want. Pizza, pasta, soup, salad, and buffet. Let them cater your event. Or you can have a party there at their private dining room.
Now
Been here for over 11 years.
I guarantee you. Check out this. This is this got to be one of my favorites here. Blowing smoke. Yeah, look at this.
Wow,
this is Boy Scouts from Mount Olivet Methodist Church. This is unit number 34.
I would say that this group's got to be in the hunt for some trophies today. But
I got that.
Over 100 years of scouting.
Oh man, that is fantastic. That took some effort.
A lot of work. A lot of work went into that.
Next up, I believe we might have the West Point Baptist Church. Indeed, we do. The nativity scene. There's the Roman soldier. From the crib to the cross is the theme of this. Varner Halling and Mr. Bob. Many thanks to those folks. This is another entry. I tell you, it's quick for the judges. The Head Start Christmas Express.
We did recognize the Varner unit that's carrying these guys. It's from McKnight Kindergarten and Head Start here in Kannapolis.
Next up, I believe it's Trinity Methodist.
Bethlehem or bust.
That's a cool theme. They're not far down the road. The Trailblazers. This is the Girl Scout unit. One of two in Cabarrus County, the divisions of Girl Scouts. Displaying for you many different service projects as well in an effort to support the community, not only at Christmas but all year long.
That looks like Girl Scout Troop 287, I believe it is.
Indeed it is. I was hoping our spa, and there they are, buddy. They got charisma, all I can tell you.
Oh, let me tell you, it's the Charisma Salon and Spa. And they're gonna have a float. You can see that I've got a couple of ladies there having their hair done and enjoying the ride. It's Tori Jarrett over at Hillcrest Street in Kannapolis. Charisma Salon and Spa.
That kind of get you in the. Are those the zebra snuggies they're wearing?
Yeah,
I
well,
think?
that's to keep hair off of you when those that have to get haircuts.
Here's one of our showstopper bands, Winston-Salem State University Band, the Red Sea of Sound, 160 members strong. Willie Stroud, formerly from Kannapolis. You Wonder fans probably remember that name. He is a drum major. One of the drum majors is in this band under the direction of Dr. Michael Magruder. And as I said, showstoppers, and we're going to let them do their thing right now. That whistle can only mean fun time is about to happen.
Something's going to break out right here.
Exactly. Michael Jackson, I Want You Back, a nice Christmas song. What do you think there, Mr. Amerson?
Hey, that was a lot of fun. They very sharp. You know, those the people watching them having a big time, but the musicians themselves having a lot of fun performing.
Winston-Salem State University, glad they have made the trip down from Forsyth County and joined us here for the 71st Kannapolis Christmas Parade. I tell you what, if there was a best band judge, of course we did pay their expenses to come down. I believe they may have won that thing.
Well, yeah, that's a winner. You'd like to have those folks in your parade.
Yeah. remember this old Plymouth a few years ago? Got the CBN done on the back of it, or that's the big old whip is what they used to call that, right? That's an antique car. This, of course, Tony Coyer has got numerous antique cars. And I'm not sure what model year, but I do know that's an old Plymouth there. But that wasn't the one that was in the movie Christine, was it?
Well, no, it was the Christine was a little older. One of my favorites, by the way.
Right. And speaking of favorites, you're one of my favorite guys here.
Well, flattery will get you anywhere. I'm broke, but I'm not buying you dinner.
Well, in that case, I guess we're gonna have to watch some more of the parade. I think there we go. That Plymouth, he wanted to make sure, and I think it's got the flash, the floodlight on the side of it there.
Absolutely, and we've got a few more things to go.
Now here's one from those old movies. If you like the old ambulance here, this is Cadillac. This is back when a hearse, not a hearse, but an ambulance was a real heavy automobile.
Again, I believe a few more of Mr. Coyer's vehicles. That's classic Cadillac.
Yeah, two-tone too. The only thing he needs to get the lights flashing here on this thing.
This gets me started, and my wife will be ill for a few months because I'll talk about my dream of having a '61 Cadillac convertible. Like my golf clubs could ride in the passenger seat.
Now here's one of the antique fire trucks coming by. I guarantee you that thing is still workable. If you had a fire break out in your neighborhood, I'd rather have that than a hose pipe.
Absolutely.
I'll guarantee you.
Relic from the served the city of Concord. That fire truck did.
I think the Cadillac is going to be. Well, he's over there. I'm not sure. They're visiting or something.
We may need a tow. In the meantime, we're going to take a look at the folks from Westover Church of God of Prophecy. Got a live nativity and manger scene. Mary, Joseph, manger, angels.
Located on Westover Avenue here in Kannapolis. And they got bags of candy. Oh, they got to dip into the new bag there.
Again, the treat bag. Follow the treat bag floats.
Now, like I said, we might need to get that wrecker service in here to get this Cadillac ambulance out of the road there.
We'll see what happens with that. It's always something interesting that goes on that I have to make up some words or something.
I guess the good news, bad news. Bad news is it stopped. The good news is toward the end of the parade, so it won't be too much of a bottleneck.
They were able to get it over to the right a little bit, to the shoulder.
They're going to be waving on the rest, the remaining participants here. Cabarrus Health Alliance. This is their dental unit, big unit coming in, and we're
fully equipped dental office.
Exactly. Got a big tooth on the side.
These folks dedicated this unit, Randy, in 1997. They moved to various elementary schools, Head Start programs, not only in Cabarrus County, but at Kannapolis City Schools as well. They're funded by Cabarrus County, the Cannon Foundation, Duke Endowment, Sisters of Mercy, and the Kate B. Reynolds Charitable Trust, among others.
I wonder if that's Mr. Moeller on the side.
Well, I don't know, but remind you to floss.
Yeah.
Did you floss today? I did.
You like, well, this is not a full replica of a race car, but I'd like to give these cars a whiz and see how fast we could get them.
Right. These are the cars from the Arena Racing Outdoor Series, and that'll begin racing at Concord Motorsports Park in March of 2010. They're half scale, and they're capable of speeds reaching 100 miles an hour.
Oh, man.
It's a little bitty car to go 100 miles an hour.
I tell you what, your depth of perception, the sense of the thing. And coming up next is the First Presbyterian Church in Kannapolis, about a half a block from here. They're, of course, celebrating 100 years of ministry in Kannapolis and look to a new century of knowing Christ, serving Him, and making Him known. As a reminder, they want the true origins and the meaning of Christmas. And this is a walking live nativity scene. And, buddy, I'm going to go down and talk to one of the wise men, if you don't mind.
All right.
So I'm
Take care. Easy down the stairs.
Okay. I think I know one of them personally here. Matter of fact, I told him to come over to our location. We had some camels, and Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Okay. Okay, we can't talk to the camel, but we're going to talk to one of the wise men, and I happen to know him personally. Frank Gibson, how are you this afternoon?
Good. I'm cold.
You're cold. Now, you got all this, you're wise men. I mean,
Yeah, we're wise enough to wear several layers of clothing underneath here.
this is a great idea to have all the live walking nativity scene this year.
Yeah, the animals are cooperating too.
Well, we're going to cooperate and let you guys kind of catch up. Is the camel doing okay?
Yeah, he's a little bit skittish. I think all the noise is distracting him, but he's doing very well.
Okay. Well, all right. And, of course, there you go, buddy. The camel wouldn't talk. He wouldn't say a word. What can I say? And I couldn't get the wise men to. The sheep are cute anyway.
Following behind the folks from First Presbyterian as Randy gets back to the stage is the guys from High Rock and ladies from High Rock Community Church. This is their praise band. We'll let you listen.
I like a rolling contemporary Christian concert. That's cool, man.
They were pretty talented. A unit from Stewart Haas Racing.
Yeah, you know Tony Stewart, and had a pretty good year. First year as a true owner. I guess it does. Tony's been asked that many times. It's different when you own the cars versus you drive them for somebody else.
Actually, we'll get into sports. I know a little more about what I'm talking about. An exceptional year for a first-year operation. Not only that, but for a first-year operation that was an owner-driver. It's hard to multitask when you're going 200 miles an hour.
Tell you what, Tony Stewart with the Old Spice sponsorship, he made a good showing. Was in the chase, and of course everybody was chasing that number 48, who eventually won. But had opportunities. But I think that's such a competitive sport each and every year. We just. I don't know how many millions of dollars somebody told me it takes just to be competitive with these guys, to be maybe in the top 12.
It is extremely competitive, Randy. And in all professional sports, the difference between being at the top of it and being mediocre or at the bottom is very slight, very slight.
Well, this guy doesn't have to compete with anybody, does he?
Here comes Santa Claus.
I was looking for the reindeer in the sleigh, and Santa is on foot. Now, we've had everything from camels and sheep and donkeys. We got Santa Claus. He says, the heck with this, I'm getting out and mingling.
We've got a lot of parades between us. I would hate to guess how many, but this is my first walking Santa. I'm looking for the sleigh, and we got a walking Santa.
Well, I believe Kannapolis' finest is probably take care of that guy in the red suit, don't you think?
I would think so. He's having a grand time there, and the young people love it. You see him coming off the sidewalks there. A running Santa, I'm corrected.
Running Santa. Now, he didn't come over and talk to the judges, but he's not in a category where he has to compete with anybody. Kannapolis Fire Department, of course, that's that big ladder truck. Indeed, indeed.
One of the ladder groups.
Well, as much anticipation, we got to see the big guy. We got to see Santa Claus. But the most important thing was we want to wish you and yours at home the happiest of holidays. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I hope 2010 is very bright. And, buddy, personally, I want to wish that to you and your family.
Same to you, Randy. And, again, Merry Christmas, folks. And, wish the best for everybody. And I have enjoyed hanging out with you most of the fall.
Well, I tell you what, sometimes it seems like a long time when we do a football season. Then we get to do a parade this year. But come next Friday night, I'll probably miss it. I think I might just go out and sit in the parking lot for a couple hours.
Well, I did miss it last Friday night. I started to call you last night, but I didn't want your wife to think I was getting too personal. I can do without you one Friday, but
I understand.
I have missed you. But again, Merry Christmas to you. And hey, I appreciate you letting me hang around. Don't know much about parades.
Hey, we appreciate Tim Muller, of course, the Kannapolis Intimidators, Mark Russell, and all the guys who make this production possible, and not to mention David Baxter at Channel 22, Cabarrus County Channel 22. You can and thanks to everybody, and like I said, happy holidays. We'll see you down the road, everybody.